So we have the Ten of Cups coming up. I kind of get the sense a lot of you are really working towards the manifestation of some dream, like some massive dream. You're happily ever after, whatever it is. I mean, in this card, have a look. They're kind of cuddled up in front of the fireplace. It looks all wonderful. Even the cat's all sprawled out. Everyone looks happy, right? Because it is that card. It's contentment. It's what your heart truly desires. Not the Nine of Cups where your heart knows what it wants. This is when you get what you need. This can be families. This can be reunions, celebrations, marriages, all of that kind of stuff. But it's our happily ever after. What we want. The completion of that cycle. Now, when it comes up as an underlying energy, I almost feel as if that's what our focus is on. Our focus is on achieving that. We have a very clear idea of what it is that we want. And so with the Ten of Cups coming up here, that's this week. That's front and center. This is what I'm trying to achieve. This is what I'm trying to go for. And I want to say this to you, Virgo, and I don't know who this applies. It might just be one person that this applies to. But with death coming up at the heart of this, you've had to lose a lot to get to this point. I mean, if you told someone your story, whoever this message is for that's coming through, if you told someone I went through this, and this, but this is my dream, people would look at you and think, how the hell have you still got it in you to dream that big and to dream that beautiful after everything that got removed? But it's almost like your life was simplified. I know you might not have felt it at the time, but with death coming up at the heart of this, there's been a transformation. There's been a transformation. There might have been this thing of looking at, because when death shows up, when death rolls through town, nothing is the same again. Nothing. He's going to take a whole load of stuff with him. And at the time, it just feels like we're losing people, things, situations, that we're just losing. That's what it feels like. Everything's going. But at some point, we realize that it's to transform our lives, to make room for new to come in. Rebirth. That's what it is. Death and rebirth, death and rebirth. And an old Virgo was gone, has left the building with this death card. And a new one has been born in its place. And that new Virgo, that new you, is what's come up with this beautiful dream that you have. Now, it kind of feels, though, with the Page of Cups coming up as a past energy, this could be messages of love. This is someone saying how they feel. Could be any of that. But the Page of Cups, for me, especially as it's been coming up in this batch of readings, is very much about that budding emotion. Like we have a feeling about something. I think I like that. Puppy love. We're not quite sure that we love that thing or that person yet, but we know that it's kind of pulled on our heartstrings. We want it. There's something there. And that's what the Page of Cups says, to speak it, explore it, say how you're feeling, bring that emotion up, explore it. Now, I'm not in this deck, but he usually has a little fish in his cup. That's what the Page of Cups has. And that represents that emotion needs nurturing. It needs growth. It needs to be explored for it to expand and to become something bigger. And heaven knows that you have the space to do it now with death at the heart of this. I want to say this to you guys. I mean, have a look at your spread. There's only one major arcana card in this whole spread. That's Scorpio energy, and here it is. Sat here. Now, you might have a plan that you want to do something by Scorpio. I mean, tarot timings are strange, and we might have our own agendas and plans that come up. But it almost feels, the playing field's different. I feel like saying that. Everything's changed. It's not the same. It's not the same. You're not the same. The people are not the same. Everyone's gone for this massive transformation. Even if it's the same face you've been looking at for the last 20 years. Everything has changed now. And the reason I'm kind of saying that is have a look. So we've got this, right? Going through this death, rebirth, transformation, new dream coming up, looking for that happily ever after. And this could be to do with a group of people, a family situation, right? Could be to do with that. Page of Cups could be a child, but I'm not going there. I'm reading it energetically. You apply it to your situation. It's a general reading. You have the Seven of Wands coming up in your present. And you figured all of this out just in the nick of time, Virgo. Why? Because you're going to be tested. And I don't mean a test from the universe. I don't believe in that. I believe this is more, like, this is when things come at us, right? Could be a lot on your plate. Could be that you're having to deal with a lot. Could be actual people challenging you on, you say, I want to build that business. And they're like, what? Really? Or that's the relationship I want. I'm going to get married to this person. And you have to defend it. Whatever your decision is here, it's almost like you're defending it. But remember that with the Seven of Wands, this guy, he has the higher ground. He has the advantage in this situation. And so there's nothing to show that he won't succeed at this. There's nothing to show that. Now, how is that going to play out here? I mean, it's a number of different ways. For some of you, it kind of feels like I think people are going to treat you like you've gone insane. I don't know why I'm getting that, because we don't really have anything of that here. But you're not going to be able to do the normal Virgo thing. Like, if someone said to you, I don't know, why should we do this? And you can usually give them a list of the pros, cons, advantages, everything that you've worked out, the list. You could do that. There's none of that here. Because I want it. That's all you need to say, Virgo. You don't have to go beyond that. Because this is what I want. Because this is what I believe in. I mean, the whole point of standing your ground, right? And this is where you tell the bullshit to stop. No more. I'm not taking that anymore. Whatever it is, whatever this death energy is, you're not the same person. And that at first will be to your advantage. Believe that. Because they're still expecting you, whoever this is, they, work, partner, family, whatever, whoever's challenging you here, they still expect you to come back at them in the same way. But why would you've gone through this death and rebirth thing? You're not going to behave in the same way. So I kind of get the sense for some of you, they kind of feel like they can bulldozer over you. And you're like, nah, this is what I stand for. You can't have it. It's mine. It's coming up in your present. But it's about standing up and saying, no, it's defensive energy. You're defending your bloody dream. Like, that's why I would say it's so important to have a dream that we love, a dream that calls for us, that's everything to us. And believe it or not, a lot of people are terrified to dream like that. They're terrified to dream like that. They'll keep it at this level, the spark. Oh, that might be nice. That kind of energy. The beginning of it. They don't actually dream it to the extent of the end game of what, this is what I want. This is my happily ever after that I'm going for. Why? And I've asked people that so many times. I've tried to talk to them about their dreams and they won't. And I say, why are you resisting it? Why would you not expand on that idea? How would you do that? And because if I dream it and I don't get it, I won't be able to handle it. That's what a lot of people say. I'd say 80% of people, that's the answer they give me. Because then, if I don't get it, I won't be able to handle it. My expectations. But if all that's standing between you and your dream is you're going to do that, right? If someone comes and threatens your dream, I don't think someone's coming to threaten your family, but that is the family card. Do you know what I mean? The security or the happiness of your family. Busybody, someone getting involved, cutting you down, affecting the money that you earn, even though we've got coins here. This is you standing your ground. This is you're putting an end to that. I'm not taking that anymore. This is what I stand for. You have to go through me to get to that. That's what it feels. But it's your dream that you're defending like that. The happily ever after. So a lot of you, it's kind of this, putting work and effort into achieving what this is. Putting work and effort into achieving what this is. But it's almost as if before you can even get your head down and work on it, and come on, you're Virgo, right? You're going to get it done. Once you decide I'm going to get it done, once you know what the lay of the land is, which is what this has been, figuring out where you stand on this and what you're going to do, you're going to get it done. But the point is, before you can even do that, there's some things, people, situations that you need to not put to rest, but put to rights. You need to tell them that, look, this is not how it goes anymore. You keep that crap to yourself, all those ones that are coming at this person. Now, this doesn't have to just be one thing. Seven of Wands can indicate with everything's coming at us from every angle, which even more, I said it to Leo. I was like, kudos to them because they overcame something really awful. For you guys, it's almost like the ability to dream, to have this beautiful dream. And I think for some of you, that is what sustained you through this time. Which, good on you. That's what I always advise people to do. But you guys have been doing it. Clinging to that hope, that love, whatever it is. Clinging to it. Through the transformation. It's been your life raft in this. But once you do that, once you stand up and say, I'm not putting this is mine, you can't have it kind of energy, you actually can then work on this. So the Eight of Pentacles, it doesn't have to be a job, right? It can be work on yourself, work on the dream, putting in effort, focused effort. I mean, have a look here. The candles have all burnt down almost, but he's still poring over the books. He's still trying to find the correct way to do it. He's the apprentice who's trying to gain mastery over a situation. Now, think about it. With death sat above this, this could be a new job for you. This could be something new. This could be a new way of coming at your relationship. Of, you know, maybe there's been turmoil and arguments and whatever in the family. A new way of dealing with that. This is order coming in. This you like this energy coming in. What am I going to work on? How do I go for this? And you want this. That's what you're working towards. I think for a lot of you, it's like, can someone just let me get on with it? I don't need this stuff coming at me. I know how I feel. I know what I want. I've already lost a lot. I'm trying to rebuild this now. Whether it's a new job, a new career, learning a new skill set, you know, working on yourself, becoming more spiritual, whatever it is, whatever. And it's very general. It can apply to anything. But what's your advice? What is your advice? The advice is the Five of Cups. Now, when the Five of Cups comes up as the advice, this is when we are looking at what is missing. What is missing? This is regret, loss, missed opportunities. So it's going to play out in a number of different ways. For some of you, you've wanted something for a while. Page of Cups. You had that budding emotion, but you didn't act on it. It took this transformation for you to get to this point. And so then the advice here is, hey, you missed out on this once before. Do you want to do that again? And it's like, no, I don't. Now, for others of you, literally look at it, bookending, 10 of Cups, 5 of Cups, you're halfway there. And that's what it kind of says, you're halfway there. Because you know how we always say, and I know it's so cliche to say and people hate saying this, but I always wonder how many people actually understand what it means. You know, that it's not about the destination, it's the journey that counts, right? The journey that counts. That means doing what you love, loving what you do. That means even though that's the destination, it's about loving every step of the way because your dream is worth it. Your dream is so worth it that you're going to love doing what you're doing every step of the way. The work that you put into something. There is a transformation here. Something has changed. And yet still, with the advice is telling you, what's the regret? What's the missed opportunity? Did you miss an opportunity here to say how you feel? I'm going to get one for that 5 of Cups. Where's the 5 of Cups there? Where's the 5 of Cups, the advice? I mean, I get it. For some, the 3 cups that have fallen, that's death. Everything that death took. So, you know, even though you still got a relationship of support, whatever those 2 cups represent for you, all is not lost. It's still difficult when you're looking around. You're ready to put the work in, stand your ground and stuff. And somebody might even say to you, what the hell are you defending? You don't have anything to defend. Yeah, you might have lost 3 cups. You still have 2. So the card for Taurus, and we've got another major arcana card coming in. Big energy. This is faith. Hierophant is faith. Think about it. You know, our religious beliefs, our spiritual beliefs, our faith in whatever. And faith is knowing. Faith is not hope. Faith is knowing. This is knowing energy here. I know if I put the work in, I can make it happen. I know this is mine and I'm going to stand up and defend it. Because this dream is worth defending. But the one thing that can shake your faith, and this is commitment. These are traditions. These are rituals. This can be what other people, you know, the stories that get passed down to us, what our family thinks, what our friends and colleagues, what they are going to say. It's not about that though. Because the Hierophant says you choose to conform. You choose to conform. They can't make you. No one can make you. It's about your belief, right? Your faith. And the only thing that seems to shake that is, you know, that moment of that pause this week of, but I lost it. But I've lost stuff along the way. And you have. I understand you have. Death tells me that very clearly that you have. It's very interesting to me as well. I want to say this. We have Scorpio and we have Taurus coming up. And we do have Scorpio season coming up. So I kind of feel like that's the time. I know it's meant to be a weekly, but tarot timings are strange like that. That might be your focus ahead. And you're now putting things in place. And, you know, for some of you, you might just be coming out of this. For some of you, you're very solidly here this week, defending something. It doesn't always mean that all the cards play out. This is a map kind of where we're going. Some of you, it'll be Tuesday and you'll have done all of this. I'm committed, I'm in, let's go, I'm working on it. You know, that, it can be that. This could be a new company, a new organization, something solid that you're building. But the Hierophant is about security, stability. It's the prescribed path. It's what brings that stability to our lives. And I kind of get the sense with this combination, this is someone who's had the rug pulled out from under them before. Maybe they missed an opportunity, whatever. But you're not going to do that again. You're not going to do that again. Not with this energy. But I get it. When you've had death roll through, yeah, you bet, you know, that can be grieving, that can be loss. I've lost things along the way. Get to know each other. Learning to meet another's need for love is important for a relationship to grow. Now, I want to say this to some of you. It's almost as if, especially to those of you that are in non-traditional type relationships, whatever that might be, you know, culturally, because of your sexuality, because of whatever, right? It could be whatever, however that applies to you, non-traditional. And traditional, we create new traditions all the time, but what society deems, like, you know, the age difference is too big. You can't date someone from that culture. What do you mean it's going to be this kind of a sexuality, whatever? You might be so focused on defending your relationship. Don't forget the relationship. I feel like saying that to someone. Don't forget the relationship. If you're in one of those kinds of relationships, and, you know, some of you have lost. That's something you've lost, is that relationship. Oh my God, I just had a thing. I don't know who this applies to. You'll have to let me know. But it's almost as if, you know, you've always been in opposite sex relationships, and now you're in now you're in a same-sex relationship, and it kind of broke up. You lost it, or something happened. And it's almost like everyone's thinking, oh, well, you know, Virgo just was going through a little phase. And this is like you say, no, I wasn't going through a phase. This is my tradition. This is what I am. This is my dream. This is the kind of family that I want to have. This is what I want to do. So in that case, it's about people getting to know you better, getting to know who you are, what your new beliefs are, traditions are, what you stand up for, what you're defending. But for others of you, yeah, you know, with the Page of Cups, I will say this, that maybe that's what you're fighting so hard for, is that you regret that you didn't express how you felt with someone. And there is an opportunity here with someone, whether they've come in yet or not, because with death, the rebirth is happening, right? Something you're willing to work on. The Hierophant is one of the marriage cards. And the only way to go forward is to get to know this person.